Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to part 2 for the week of April 18th. This is part 1 right here. And if you haven't watched part 1, it is linked up in the description down below. With that Where You Need to Be card and the Shedding Your Skin card, you have the Love Where You Are card. It says use your sensitivity to know when to act. Connect to your heart, your head. We literally said this with the Four of Pentacles. When your head and your heart become one, you will move mountains. Your head when determining what you would like. I do feel like you definitely need to tap into yourself here with this reading. Such a weird reading. I feel like it's bad and I feel like it's good at the same time. So let's see where this is going. With the Nine of Wands, you have the Eight of Cups. Some of you are definitely, clearly, it couldn't be more obvious that something is coming to an end. Again, you have that Shedding Your Skin card. I always tell a story. I used to work at pet stores when I was a kid because I love pets. And the only time I ever got bitten by the snakes was when they were shedding their skin, because they're very cranky when they're shedding their skin. So, in a lot of ways, it's like you're undergoing this process, but what's underneath the process, like once you do shed your skin, is going to be something that's, fresh and beautiful, right? So I kind of feel like that's what's going on here. With the Eight of Wands, you have the Hermit. The Hermit is the connection between, like, the universe and the earth. I said the Hermit. This is the Hierophant. The Hierophant is a connection between, he's like the bridge between the heavens and the earth. So I feel for a lot of you, it's kind of like you could be needing to tap into your spirituality or tap into the powers of the universe. Like I kind of said this in the first reading with that Unicorn card. That Unicorn card has something to do with, it's like the connection between you and the universe. So I feel like that could be very beneficial for you at this time. The Eight of Wands traditionally was the arrows of love. Like Esther Hicks says, that when we tell the universe what we want, we're like shooting off our rockets of desire. So sometimes I feel like with the Eight of Wands, we just need to speak what we want into the universe. And that could be a good practice for you. With the Three of Swords, you have the Queen of Cups. No doubt about it. Very emotional reading because you have the Eight of Cups twice, Ten of Swords, Eight of Swords, a lot of emotions going on here. The Queen of Cups, she represents emotions. She represents like nurturing yourself, taking care of yourself, and really valuing like how you feel about things that are going on in your life. So if things are sucking energy away from her, Eight of Cups, an emotional whirlpool, something that sucks your emotions away, she would walk away from that. She values her emotions, and she isn't willing to, stay in any situations that steal energy from her. With the Unicorn, you have the Stingray. The Stingray is about developing a backbone. It's about kind of development and something developing in your life. So you are clearly kind of like in a development stage. You could argue that this is like a butterfly energy, that this is like caterpillar soup, as I love saying, right? That's going on here. It's like when a caterpillar is turning into a butterfly, it turns into soup before it turns into a butterfly, right? So I kind of feel that for you here, where it's like things are developing in your life. With the Eight of Swords, you have the Wheel of Fortune. Love it. I feel like you need to believe that your fortunes can change very, very quickly. I've seen it happen in my personal life. I've also seen it happen for other people where things like literally change overnight. Does it happen overnight? No, because it's like you've probably been working towards a change for a very long period of time. But it's like all of a sudden, things can turn around for you, especially if you've been doing the work. The Wheel of Fortune, we control the direction the wheel spins with our vibrations. So regardless of what's going on in your life, I would make sure you're controlling how you feel about things. Eight of Cups twice, right? I would be controlling how you feel about things so that you can control your reality. With the Eight of Cups, you have the Temperance card. This is actually pretty good. You're showing up as yourself, which kind of like puts you in a position of power and strength. The Eight of Cups, here's the thing with the Temperance card as well, actually, is that you can turn a negative into a positive or a positive into a negative, with the Temperance card. The Temperance angel is pouring water back and forth between two cups, trying to turn water into wine. It's a card of alchemy. It says that you have the power to turn one thing into another. And I definitely feel that this reading is trying to maybe get you more empowered, trying to make you see that you kind of control your own reality and that you can make things happen as however you want them to happen. And, that's what I'm getting here with this Temperance card. With the Page of Wands, you have the Moon. It's like not being able to see a way out. The Moon is a period of fear, darkness. It's a card of illusions. It's a card of like needing to manifest things on Earth as well. So I do feel for a lot of you, it's like maybe seeing the future, or understanding where your life is headed. It's like in a period of darkness. The Page of Wands, he would step off onto the path regardless, right? He wouldn't care. He doesn't care, you know? And the whole thing about the moon is that the moon ends at some mountains in the background. The moon does not say stop. The moon says keep going. Don't get off your path, right? Even if you can't see where you're going, stay on your path. Keep working towards whatever you're working towards, and you will be successful. With the money card and the ladder card, you have the beetle. It says good fortune, and you have the axe, which says forces working against you. I don't think anything can stop us from doing anything at all, period. So it's like, you know, these cards, some of these cards are like a little bit negative, I find, and definitely that axe card could be a little bit negative. You know, are there certain rules, regulations, and things that could be preventing us from being successful or whatever? I would say yes. But at the same time, I would just do the best you can. Clearly, these are very good cards. Again, it's so weird. Challenging reading, but the money card, it says, you know, a path with money is waiting for you. You have the ladder card, climbing towards success, good fortune right here. So it's like clearly your fortunes are changing. You have that wheel of fortune as well, but there could be some things that are maybe making you feel like you're being dragged down, or, you know, kind of like this heavy energy. It's almost like a black cloud over the reading. And it's like maybe that's what we need to figure out here. It's like, how can you remove the black cloud? Even, it's funny, because on this Five of Swords, those clouds look kind of black, right? And I do feel that for you here, Sagittarius. With the Ten of Swords, you have the Eight of Wands again. So I would definitely watch your words. I would make sure that you are speaking, you know, into the universe, the things that you desire to have, or the things that you actually want to create. Like, how I would be speaking as if you have the life that you want, even if you don't, because I feel like that's going to be important. Definitely a very abrupt conclusion. Like I said in your first reading, I got the feeling of like something coming to a very quick, you know, end, whatever it is. Could be a relationship, could be a business, a job, whatever. With the Hermit card here, you have the Seven of Cups. Kind of spoiled for choice at this time. I feel like you need to kind of like pick something that you want to create in your life, and I would just focus on it, and I wouldn't get distracted. You have the Moon right here, then to the Seven of Cups. This could definitely be distraction, and needing to make sure that you don't get distracted with that Seven of Cups, because, you know, the Seven of Cups is a good card. I like it. It's a card of being spoiled for choice, but it definitely says, like, pick one thing and make it happen in your life so that you can be successful. But let's see here. With the Four of Pentacles, you have the Six of Wands, card of success, card of excellence, card of good things happening. So there could be a lot of success coming in for you with this Six of Wands. Six of Wands is also a card of kind of like having gone through a difficulty. I think something nobody thinks about with the Six of Wands is like he's been to war. He's coming back from war. He has been through a lot of difficulties and challenges, but he's being cheered on. You know, so it's like you've been through something clearly recently, or you are going through something now. And the Six of Wands says that there is like a light at the end of the tunnel. You know, there is going to be success for you. With that Wolf card, you have the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles is about a new opportunity. It's so crazy to me that, like, I've never seen so many readings that have had so many aces. You only have one ace, but, you know, it doesn't matter. I've never seen so many readings where, like, every single reading almost has an ace in it, you know? And it's like this week, almost every single reading I've done has had at least one, I'm pretty sure. So, you know, clearly there's some sort of new beginning going on here. Here you go. Ace of Swords, number 2. So with the Five of Swords, you have the Ace of Swords. I would say that you will be victorious over any conflict that you could be experiencing. The Five of Swords is conflict, and, you know, it could represent just a conflict that you're dealing with. And the Ace of Swords is a victory. The Ace of Swords is also like the truth coming out. And again, we are in a time of truth. There will be a lot of truths that are coming out, you know, globally in the world and all this other stuff, right? Just because of the astrology. I mean, the astrology is all about exposure, especially with Pluto and Capricorn, which, you know, it'll be interesting to see what happens between, you know, now and like 2025, somewhere around there. And then even, I mean, there will just be more between like now and 2033 or something like that. It's like, it's just a time of truth. So it wouldn't surprise me if there are some truths that are being uncovered. Could be kind of shocking truths with the Ten of Swords, you know, something coming to an end because of a truth that it has come out. I definitely feel that for you. Again, I don't sugarcoat my readings. It's like, you know, is what I would say here. I definitely feel like something could be coming out for some of you. It could be in a relationship, and it could be the thing that brings it to an end. For others, I feel like it's financial, like a job or a business or something that's not working out anymore. But I feel like, you know, as uncomfortable as it is, if you are going through something that's uncomfortable like this, I feel like you need to keep going, because it's like what you're going towards is much, much better. And I'm not just saying that. I mean, like literally your first cards here were like, whatever this card was, you are where you need to be. It's like literally saying that, your outcome is going to be much better than where you are right now. So it's like sometimes we have to go through these uncomfortable changes to get somewhere better. With the King of Pentacles, you have the Chariot. Definitely a victory coming in for you. So I like to see this. The Chariot is about leaving something behind. He normally has the city behind him, and he is leaving that city behind him. And he's leaving maybe forever. So for a lot of you, I feel like you could be leaving something behind. It's a card of willpower and asserting your will. It's a card of like really taking control of something in your life as well. So I do feel like it would be a good time for you to kind of like really take control of your reality, or to really make something happen in your life with that Chariot energy. And with the Two of Cups, I mean, Three of Swords, I've basically been talking about this. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if some of you are ending a relationship or something along those lines. This kind of gives me the vibes of like a phoenix rising type of reading. I've had a couple of kind of rebirth. I've used, like, I've been getting these weird words, this week, like resurrection, things like that. And I kind of get that for you here, where there could be, maybe it's a person who's leaving your life, but maybe they're really like a black cloud. Maybe they just are negative, and maybe you just don't realize yet that they are controlling your life. Same thing with like a business or a job. It's like something is clearly coming to an end with the Ten of Swords. But I feel like you don't realize how much more free you're going to be on the other side of whatever is going on here. So I just feel like I just want to pull 3 more cards here. I'm going to pull from a different deck, but this is a new deck, and I just want to see like where is this going? Sorry. And of course, as I try to do that, my camera turns off, right? You have the moon. So we can't really know. The moon, you have the moon twice. The moon is a period of darkness, but again, that path ends at some mountains. The 2 pillars on the moon, they kind of say, don't get off your path. The, sorry, I just have to do this. The dog and the wolf here, they kind of represent your domestic side, the domestic dog, and the wolf represents your wild side, right? So I kind of feel like some of you need to kind of like mix those 2 things together with the moon card. Definitely some mysteries going on. It's like, where is this going? Sometimes, again, I'm not afraid to say I have no clue, right? Because, I don't think, as intuitives, that we know everything that is going to happen, and I'm not afraid to admit when I don't really know where a reading is going. I mean, I kind of know where it's going. You're clearly ending one thing, moving on to another, but it's like, what is the thing that you're moving on to is what I don't know. The moon kind of says you have to discover it for yourself. There's something about your emotions here as well, by the way, because the moon, that lobster on the moon, then you have this right here, the lobster right here on this shedding the old card. And the lobster on the moon kind of represents needing to release your emotional armor, needing to kind of let your guard down, but not in a bad way, but in a good way. Next, you have the sun. I don't know. I like this. This is pretty good. The moon comes up, moon goes down, the sun comes up. So clearly things are going to improve for you. And you have the Emperor. You're probably like moving towards a better plan for your life is what I would say here, but pretty interesting. So thank you for being here, Sagittarius. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.